This video is sponsored by Mistplay. Hello everyone, welcome back to Royalty Soaps. Today we are making a frosted top soap called Lover. Now I have made a variation of this exact frosted top soap so many times. Like, here's an example, and here's an example. I made this literally when I was in my parents' shed almost like 8 or 9 years ago. But the fragrance oil continues to be a bestseller. It is called Loving Spell from Nature's Garden. It is a dupe on Victoria's Secret Love Spell fragrance, which, I mean, are they even selling that anymore? But I can't wait to chit chat with you. Also, I mean, let's talk about the elephant in the room right now. Sister is having an acne breakout, okay? I just started knowing from Curology. And so when I went to kind of prep for these intros and outros, I was like, I should put on some makeup. I need to cover all this up. And I don't know why I did that because I have come on this channel so many times with like a naked face. But here's your just daily reminder that if your face looks like this, maybe you're my age, maybe you're a teenager, you're not less worthy of filming because your face looks like this, okay? This is reality. And I know that there's a huge trend right now talking about aging and aging gracefully. And sometimes this is just what people's skin looks like. And honestly, I think it's kind of a reminder that we are humans and this is humanity. We're not Barbie dolls. We don't all have to look the same. We don't all have clear skin and thick hair and all of that. And that's fine because that's not where our worth lies. So yes, I'm here. No, I chose not to cover this up. Yes, I'm in like kind of workout clothes because I'm about to go do my exercise, and that's totally fine. And we've done this on the channel for so long, and it's just been a while since I actually got to talk about that with y'all, to say, yes, it's very consistent that I come onto this channel with no makeup on, with my skin exactly as it is. I've done this for probably 8 or 9 years at this point. We're not gonna stop. If I'm still doing YouTube videos when I am an old lady with lots of wrinkles and droopy skin, we're gonna show up for you just like that. I hope that helps boost your confidence a little bit. And so without further ado, let's go make some fun soap together. Right, let's get this party started. I have really high hopes for this soap. I gotta tell you, I love working with this fragrance oil. It is Loving Spell by Nature's Garden, and it always performs beautifully in cold process. It is a strong fragrance. It is a fruity fragrance, and it is a fan favorite. Let's blend. Awesome. Let's split our batter into 5 equal portions. All right, let's talk color. There's a lot of different color paths you could take for this soap, but because the smell of peach, orange, and like kind of a strawberry raspberry are to me the most fragrant notes, we're gonna go with kind of a warm and vibrant colorway. I'm gonna have some orange in there. We're gonna do 2 different types of pinks. We're gonna do red and we're gonna do white. The red that I'm using today is actually a new one. This is from Mad Micah's, and it is their perfect red blend already pre-mixed, and I have never tried this in soap to my recollection, and I want to see how it performs. I feel like it's gonna lean a little bit pink, but for this soap that'd be pretty perfect actually. Okay, so we will go from lightest to darkest. Okay, pop off with that red. It looks really good. Definitely like a perfect cherry red. You have to use it exactly as they tell you to, which I believe is 7 grams of colorant per pound of soap batter, not oils. Honestly, I used just a little bit less and it looks marvelous for me, but I would recommend following instructions. All right, blend one more time. If you play mobile games like I do, well, here's my best kept secret for playing mobile games and actually earning real life rewards and gift cards. Caleb and I use Mistplay. Mistplay is a super cool app where you can find a ton of mobile games across all sorts of genres. Think puzzles, adventures, etc. And the best part is you get rewarded just for playing. The most recent game that I have tried through Mistplay is Royal Match. So you get to match up all of these cute little objects and then you get rewards, which unlocks new exciting ways to build up your castle. And then occasionally you have to go save the king. He gets himself into a predicament pretty often, so you have to go in there and save him from himself. If you're ready to join us in our mobile gaming fun and earning cool rewards, well, head on over to mistplay.com/soap or click the link in the description to download Mistplay for free. And when you sign up with my link, you get an extra 200 bonus points. Plus, use my special code inside the app to get an additional 50 points, which gets you that much closer to your first reward. You can see the description box for details. And don't forget to use my code. Thank you so much to Mistplay for sponsoring today's video. And let's get back to our soap making. All right, let's get to pouring. Our batter is, again, perfect consistency. Everything has worked so beautifully this month, with the exception of me having to change up the one soap. Like, I did have to make quite a few amendments on Written by a Woman, but besides that, everybody else has really behaved well. I'm probably gonna get 3 full passes with this particular batch, which is going to look absolutely scrumptious in a finished bar. May even do a bit of a chopstick swirl on this one. Also learned my lesson and I ended up mixing my potent colors, the neons in this case, with some really hot oil, and that completely incorporated them. I have yet to see a single speck. One of the things I'm really looking forward to for this collection launch specifically is getting to see which bars you guys really favor, because I feel like there's a super good variety this month. It's still a cohesive collection, but there are some pretty defining bar characteristics, and I really want to see if the simpler artisan soap designs are a big hit. I really feel like they will be, given the customer feedback that I've gotten over the last couple of months. Listen, we are rigorous with looking at reviews, listening to constructive criticism, anything that comes through customer service, we're making note. And one of the big things that people requested was simpler artisan soap designs. We've got some bakery fragrances, we have some cologne fragrances, we have fruity fragrances, and we have herbaceous fragrances and floral fragrances. It's gonna be interesting to see, that's for sure. You know, I thought I was gonna swirl it. I'm still kind of tempted, but I also know that's gonna be a beautiful drop swirl, so now I'm torn. Okay, I at least have to go for a spoon swirl of some type for this particular one. I'm actually going to leave the other side undisturbed so that we can see what the different look would be for each. So this is what I do sometimes if I truly can't decide, and I am beyond torn for this soap design. So we're gonna leave it like this, and you guys are gonna let me know which one you like more. It smells beautiful, it looks beautiful. Let's mix up our soap frosting. All right, here is what our soap frosting looks like. I am using the 826 tip today. So it's a tip that you would use for like cupcakes as an example. This is the tip that I have used in the past for this soap, and I just think it makes it look so good. It's like just enough fluff, and it also makes for a very nice shape to place an embed on top, and we will be having some embeds on top. Well, embed, just one, really. I thought I would tell you guys a story. I need your advice, actually. So my mom has this cookie recipe. I have probably mentioned it before on this channel at some point in time because it's a family recipe. She won't share it with anybody except for family members. It's like the only recipe she has that's like a secret. And everyone who gets to eat these sugar cookies are like, these are the best sugar cookies I've ever had. Well, I make them every year. She often doesn't have time at this point, and so I make them. And whenever my husband tried these sugar cookies for the first time, he was not as impressed as everyone else was. And you can imagine my shock when we've been making these cookies for like longer than I've been alive. They've been making these cookies, right? And I gave him one and he was like, I mean, it's all right. And I was a little offended. And I was like, what could be better? And he just said, well, I mean, it just tastes like a normal old sugar cookie. Like, I don't really see anything that big about it. So I was like, okay, this I will not do. So I started looking at other people's sugar cookie recipes online. And it's true, I wasn't able to find any that were quite like my mom's famous sugar cookie recipe. But I did see some with other ingredients I had never tried before, including, oh, pause, hold on. Look at this glitter. Excuse me. So cute. It's like a hazelnut flavoring oil, essentially. That's essentially what it is. And so I, thinking I was going to be clever, whipped up a recipe that was very similar to my mom's, but I added more things to it. I added more sugar. I added more of extracts that the recipe has in it. And I just tweaked it by what I felt was a negligible difference. And I thought to myself, Self, do this, show him that the other cookies are like superior and that he doesn't know what he's talking about, right? So check them out. Look how cute these embeds are. Well, I try the cookie and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's better. And I let him try it and he's like, whoa, this batch is so good. I love it. It's so flavorful, whatever. So I take the risk. I ice them like I normally would, and I only bring the new recipe to the next family gathering, right? Everyone loves them. They're like, Katie, you did such a good job with these cookies. These are even better than I remember. So this year, I've done the same thing. My sister, who also has started to make these cookies, looks at me, she's suspicious. And she talks to me and she's like, why are your cookies so much better than the ones that we all make? Why are yours better? What have you done? And I'm like, nothing. No, I mean, it's just our famous recipe. Well, she's not having it. And she's like, nope. What did you do? So she discovers it, right? She's like, you have to tell mom. No. I tell her, I'm not going to tell mother. It's her perfect recipe. Everyone loves it. It's been in the family. And then I just went and tweaked around with it. So what if mine's better? Like, isn't there something to be said for maintaining the family recipe? Whatever. I still haven't told her. Okay. I've been changing that cookie recipe every single year for like 3 years now. And I still haven't told my mom. And I don't know. Like, is it one of those things that you do? You go ahead. Like, you tell your parents, listen, your recipe is incredible. Like, I just think you should try it with these ingredients. Maybe. Like, I have no idea how to approach it or if I should just let her think it's her recipe. This entire story is really serving up anxious, people-pleasing oldest daughter, isn't it? Because my middle sister, my black cat middle child sister, I always say she's the skipper to my Barbie. It's like, absolutely not. Rock her world. Who cares? I need y'all's advice. What do we do? Do we tell mom and like potentially hurt her feelings, but then she ends up with a better cookie recipe? Or do we just leave it alone and keep making it in a different way and let her think it's her recipe? I am being so careful adding on these little lips. They are a bit precarious. All right, there you go. They look so good. I'm gonna let these sit for 18 to 24 hours. I'm also gonna add just a little bit of glitter on top of those lips. I think they need just a little bit of shimmer sparkle. Then we'll come back and we'll take a look at the inside and decide which design we like more. Look at these the next day. They're so vibrant. They're so pretty. I do not know which one is which. I think this is the one that I did the spoon swirl in. Did I align these correctly? Well, looks like barely. Okay, let's see that inside. Wow, look at that. So you can see we did put the spoon through there. It's pretty obvious, but I don't know if I like it. The colors look fantastic. I'm not gonna change those. Oh, but it is so pretty. Smells incredible. Like, so incredible. It's been so long since I used this fragrance and I just forgot how good it is. Okay, let's cut the next bar and see what we think. I think we're probably just gonna stick with a drop, but I don't know. That looks really pretty. All right, round 2. All right, and this is what it looks like without a swirl. So I'm thinking no swirl. It's a really runny fragrance oil anyway, and I think a swirl just sends it a little far over the top. I'm not gonna lie to you though, I'm really not loving the red. I feel like the red isn't bright enough. It's looking a little bit dull. These other colors are so potent, and I just feel like it's a little out of place. So I'll either cut it from all future batches and let the only red be the lips on top, or I will make sure that I can deepen it up either with a red 30 from TKB or Trial by Fire from Nurture Soap. But I probably won't leave it as is because it's just not as strong as the other colors. This soap frosting is so fun though. I love the glitter blend. Everything else is awesome. Our little top lineup is so cute. I think you guys are really going to like the updated version of this soap. I also really liked the first version, but the new version just looks a little bit better. As an example, here is first test run. This is how they look now. So you can see it's just a little punchier, a little more vibrant. It will be available with the Dear Diary collection just in time for Valentine's Day, the first Saturday of February. Also, I got asked where I got this shirt from in the last video, and it is from a company called Lonely Ghost, and it does change color depending on how hot your body is. So it's like pink and purple. It's really fun. I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day today. If you live anywhere like where I live and it is cold and super ugly outside, and you're one of those people where that kind of affects your mood, be extra sure you do something fun for yourself today, whether that is getting all of your hydration in. Maybe you want to do like a makeshift sauna in your house. I have been really into a lot of biohacking recently, and it has helped me so much with the seasonal like sadness that I get. So take care of yourself today. I will see you guys in the next video, and bye for now. Meow.